Hey there everyone, this is the Hopeful Hero speaking, and for those of you who might have been watching my stream Let's Plays, you might be wondering why am I doing the Team Sonic run through. Well, the last time I streamed on Twitch, it turned out that I did not set the stream to be saved or archived, so all the footage I did for Team Sonic got lost to the void of time. So in an effort to replace that, I'm gonna try playing through all the levels again and adding it to the playlist, just to see if I can try and replicate the stream footage as much as I can.
Hey look! It's Sonic!
Yo, Tails! Long time no see!
Sonic, check this out!
Guess what, Sonic Heroes? I finally developed the ultimate weapon. In 3 days, I'll conquer the world. Think you can stop me?
Maybe, but I'm more impressed with your GIF animation if anything, Eggman.
Do, Sonic!
No worries. We've got this one. Ha! Think I'd miss this? Time to crack that Eggman wide open! Yeah, let's party!
This game. This was essentially my childhood growing up. But enough fond memories, welcome to Sonic Heroes as we get started on Seaside Hill. Seaside Hill, like most first levels in most games, is pretty much the tutorial level to help you get started and get used to the whole feeling of Sonic Heroes. Basically everything that we do, you're going to be doing for a good chunk of the game, so get used to learning this while you're here. A couple of things about this stage is that you might have seen that this stage gets often called back in several Sonic spin-offs, like Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, Sega Tennis, a couple of racing games, and just overall appeared for a while. If Sega was not using Green Hill to represent the Sonic series, this would be the go-to stage. Talking about the Team Heroes itself, Heroes essentially runs off the same formula we've seen from the Adventure days, throwing with the mix of team mechanics. Each formation has their own strengths and specialties, and they all contribute to a sort of team-esque gameplay. With Sonic being the speed formation, playing similar veins of what we've seen since the Adventure days, Tails active flight formation, allowing the team to fly, and power formation, allowing the team to have an easier time battling enemies if you're not using the speed formation. Most of the mechanics, again, that you'll see, like the cannons and homing attack chains, as well as team switching formations, they're all going to be staples in this level. You may have also seen this level if you played Sonic Generations, so since this was the stage that represented the Hero Saga. So this stage again gets featured a lot. If I can just take like a little side break or so, I legitimately do enjoy Sonic Heroes as a whole. I love the scale speed, I love the whole secret paths that you can find if you look around hard enough, and overall just feels like a Genesis game that I would have grown up playing with, considering that I do enjoy the Genesis game as well. Maybe most of it kinda comes from the bias that this was really the first Sonic game I could call my own, as opposed to the other franchises, during which my cousins were the ones that either owned them first, or they were the only means I could play them for a while. So there's a bit of a lore and bias behind my appreciation for this game. Still, I don't let that get in the way of the problems that this game admittedly does have. With that said, let us continue onwards, go through these rings to get a big chain bonus. And get used to the whole new mechanics. New to the Sonic Heroes is essentially enemies with health bars and the level up system. Every time you level up, an attribute for each formation improves. For speed formation, I believe your running speed improves slightly, but you also get a stronger homing attack. At level 3 it becomes very noticeable with you being able to plow through most enemies as well as activate certain elements that we'll get to later on. Fly Formation gets a stronger Thundershoot and extended flight time, though it's marginally very small and not very noticeable. Power Formation gets stronger as well, and they get access to a new finisher after you do their combo attack. There's plenty of more details that you're seeing throughout this stage, but I'll get into more details when they become more prevalent, like this whole trolley segment. Pretty common breeze ride, Seaside Hill isn't that bad of a stage, and again, it really helps you get used to the feel of this game. And honestly, the idea of switching formation always was something I really wanted to see in a Sonic game. Like, can you imagine what you could do like if you had access to Sonic, Shadow, and Silver and were able to play at them at once? This game doesn't quite do that, but I would have loved to see something like that in the later games. And as soon as I start praising heroes and game's design, I get hit by an enemy I should have seen coming. That's hubris in a nutshell though.
Got it.
One last thing before we talk about other things, is the Team Blast Edition. When you fill up that gauge by doing certain actions like homing attack chains, collecting rings, you get access to a Team Blast, which is a screen nuke, essentially, and you get access to a special feature during the cooldown period.
Yes!
I'll go into it later because we just finished Act 1 of Seaside Hill. Rankings are a little easier to get in this game compared to usual tropes. They follow the same formula you might find in adventure games, but it's heavily focused on the time rather than collecting rings among other things. And there's a specific target score that's usually consistent. For Teen Sonic, it's usually 40,000 or 35,000 at minimum. Welcome to Act 2 of Seaside Hill, Ocean Palace. This was also featured in... This stage was also recently featured in Sonic Generations, as well as Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing Transformed. In Generations, this was the stage that had a little bit of mashup, but this stage's theme had a bit of a mashup when you listened to it in Generations. But in this stage, it's once again following the whole tutorial ropes, introducing what each team can do while you change formation while moving. In Knuckles' case, you can just plow through enemies as we've seen in the first stage, and it's a little bit enunciated more. Checkpoint. Another good thing in Heroes is the Chaos Emeralds are kind of back in full force in the form of keys. If you find a key in Act 2, like this one right here, pick it up and you will have a chance to earn a Chaos Emerald in the special stage. If you get hit, you will lose the key, so you'll have to find another one in the stage. In Act 1, if you had the key in Act 1, you would you'd go into the special stage for a chance to earn extra lives, which is essentially you racing against the clock to reach the end of the stage. I will do my best to get every single Chaos Emerald on stream, and in this particular case, I will get the emeralds I was able to get on stream the last time. Carrying on with new mechanics, we have the triangle jump. This handy feature for speed formation allows him to jump off of walls and get a lot of momentum. Speed formation in this game, I honestly feel like this is the most versatile Sonic has ever gotten until recent games. In this, you have high speed, you can plow through enemies just like in the Genesis games once you hit level 3, and the triangle jump just allows you to have so much versatility since you can just about stick to any wall. Well, almost any wall. If the game allows anyway. I don't like the trend we keep proceeding on.
Here we go. Not bad. This turtle is swimming with a
It's a little weird, like, I know this game does have its share of problems, especially if you're not used to the whole control. It's actually infamous for its controls in some circles, and yet I still legitimately enjoy it. Here, once you have level 3 sides, you can just plow through just only attack the shield to get rid of it. Like so. In fact, at level 3 you're so strong you don't really need Knuckles or the power formation in most teams. Get on the stage. Here we go. Plow through more enemies. It's kind of low in feel. I really do dig the soundtrack for Heroes as a whole. It might be right up there with some of my favorite soundtrack in the Sonic franchise. And I really wish we got to see more of these tunes in other remixes that what? Oh, okay, good. That was freaky. For a second there, I thought the game crashed. But I guess we won't know anymore. Maybe not with that. But this game gets weird. I rarely run into these problems until I start recording for it. Which already gives me a nervous idea of how I feel this game's gonna get treated as I go through the other teams. Key number 2, in case you dropped it. And we are approaching the end of the stage if I remember correctly. Yep, here we go. This is the end of the stage. Key number 2 if you missed it. Hold down while in speed formation and you should have no problems avoiding this rock. And oh gee, that's actually kind of really close right there. More rocks will continue to appear, but again, as long as you hold down, you should be perfectly fine and the rock should never touch you. There's a third rock. Right around here there's 3 rocks chasing you now, and there can actually be more if you dawdle long enough. But regardless, we hit the end of the stage. Let us celebrate. That should be an A rank, all things considered, since I got through it without dying. Yep, totally an A rank.
That was tight.
And I held on to the keys, so we are actually going to try our luck at getting a Chaos Emerald in Act 1. And this is when the controls can be really slippery. All you need to do for Emerald Challenge is chase after the Chaos Emerald by collecting these power cores and chasing it down. Act 1 is very generous. You can just collect the cores and hold down the B button to get it, just like that. Later levels are kind of a jerk about it though, so you're probably going to want to be a little bit more cautious. But for now, just know that you can just straight up plow through most of these. Also, I forgot that every 10,000 points you get 1-up in the special stages. Enough of that though, because it's time to square off with Eggman.
Stop your futile efforts. You just make fools of yourself.
I think you got that backwards, Doc.
Gotta say, after Adventure 2, I can't really take Eggman kinda seriously in this game. He's kinda reverted back to his Adventure 1 days though. Alright, going on with Eggman. Why didn't he stop? Alright. Oh wait, that's right. If you outrun him, the Egg Fleet will try to keep up with you. So you're not so much trying to outrun him as more so just trying to get him to stop. And once he lands, hit a power formation and just go to town with it. Knuckles in particular has an easier time with this because if you mash the B button, you can do a combo attack of sorts. You're not only building up to a Team Blast, but you're also building up meat and also dishing out damage while doing so. If you're fast enough, you can take him out in one fell swing just like that.
This isn't the end!
All right.
Some of the other teams have it a little harder, but I will get to that when we get to the other teams. And that should be an A rank or B. Nope, still A.
Ready for the junk
Caught me
pile.
surprised.